over there being like, what is going on? All right.
Yep, it's not the same one.
Oh, man.
I'll let them know.
Yeah, I don't know why it wouldn't let us open the other one, but well, that was a bummer.
I know. Did it even by YouTube?
Yeah.
Okay. So Spam saying they'll switch over. Mike's making fun of me.
Oh, that is super funny.
That's so frustrating.
Yeah.
Oh man.
What happened?
That we just couldn't launch the one we had.
Aloha, Spam. Can you hear us okay?
Morning.
Oh, man.
Oh, this is not the way we wanted to start this.
No, our first goal is to get the live working.
There's so many people, but I hope they read the... Oh, man, this is very frustrating. Good morning, Gina. Thank you for joining us.
Yep.
Oh, we're so bummed. We can't figure out why. We should have practiced, I guess, but to schedule a live...
Well, we practiced it before, but... Hey,
good morning,
Darth. Hey.
Oh, I know. I'm hoping everybody
this is where like we're gonna watch the subscribers just like drop.
Well, we did tell them.
Oh man, hey Primo Kimo, so glad you made it.
Good morning. Good morning.
You know what? We've got a solid group to start here. That's so nice.
I'll try to keep the chat going and the other one to let them know to switch over.
Sounds good. Thank you very much for doing that, babe. But yeah, while we've got a quick moment, story time. Actually, I love to do the air horn sound before we even found you, Primo Kimo. And so I think that is why, as soon as we did find you, we just absolutely meshed so well with that. All right, here. What do you think you are, Primo Kimo? All right, hold on.
That's exactly what I was like. We're gonna do what Primo did.
I could let's see if I can pin that message. What pin? Okay. I don't know. I don't know if that works, but yeah, it's like. Looks like it did. Yeah.
But with
hopefully that like appears on the screen or something. But that
you guys still were in your live. You're just in a different live.
Yeah.
We apparently couldn't figure out how to launch our live.
Yeah. No. The totally separate problem just for the fact that Primo, Kimo, and Spam got 2 running and we couldn't even get 1 going. So that was a big difference. Yeah. So good morning, everybody. Sorry, the multiverse. Yeah, that's so true, John. Yeah. So good morning, everybody. Really nice that you took time out for us to just join in together today. We wanted to do this. We're probably going to get it going like Tuesday through Thursday each week. But we might be adjusting the time. Right now it's 6 a.m. Pacific Standard, which is 9 a.m. Eastern. We might be adjusting that just a little bit to 7 a.m. There's a few other channels that especially are involved and attend a lot of Primo Kimo's content and everything, where they're like, hey, we actually have our own little cluster of individuals that we start at 6 a.m.
Well, it's 8 a.m. Central Time.
8 a.m. Central Time.
Right.
Yeah,
but that's the same time.
It's 6 a.m. our time. So we might be adjusting it to 7 a.m. and we haven't heard that there's 5
people on the other one. I'm so sad.
Oh, yeah.
I'm so sorry, you guys. I'm so sorry. We did not plan for this, and we will make sure this does not happen in the future.
Yeah. Yeah, we did our best.
And I didn't get to sing to everyone. Good morning. Good morning. It's great to stay up late and then get coffee in the morning.
Ooh, man, we're definitely getting our day started with a little bit of coffee. But thank you all for sticking with us as we figured out the first one of these. Just across the board, we're getting it all figured out. And you all have been extremely patient as we're getting it all sorted. So thank you so much.
Clearly today is a perfect example, but thank you for being here.
Yeah, and 6x6, you're too kind. And I'll pin that one as well. It's I
don't want to jump out of this chat yet because I'm still hoping people will see.
Yeah, no worries. We've got this other chat right up here. But yes, we'll get it all.
Thank you for adding that message, Spam. Appreciate that.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Because I don't know if they're reading mine.
Again, we need the real pros to help us out right now. That we're the little guppies just being like, I don't know.
What's happening? Well, we had it scheduled and we were like, yes, this is awesome. It's all set up. And then I don't know why it was harder to start than you.
Oh, Doctor's just going to the Bucks game tonight. Oh, that's so much fun.
Oh, that's super exciting.
We'll get tuned in with you. You'll have to do like a follow-up game review on your channel, and you can let us know like how the situation went down. We'll get the play-by-play from Darth Thrifter's channel.
Doing live games is so much fun.
Yeah. Ooh,
Ooh.
courtside. Man, Darth, get it.
Nice.
Nice. That should be so much fun. But yeah, so
Hopefully they win.
yeah, we're with you, man. We're all Bucks fans today, except for those that aren't. In which case, you're also supported in your own way, but not not as much as Darth Rifter is today, unfortunately. Um, but yeah, so thank you all for hopping in for just this little. Darth- I know it's like, does that cover all the bases of happiness
Like,
as
we're all
we're?
Bucks fans. Unless you're not,
In which case, we also
then
respect you
right,
for
yeah,
your
you're
own
still playing the other
values.
teams, and that lets us play. And
But no, but anyways, it's really nice to have everybody together this morning. Like, so what we're gonna try to do is, oh, it can't be that pricey in Milwaukee after all. That's great. Oh man,
oh,
six
so
by six
mean,
is bringing
so
the fire
mean.
this morning. I love it. That's so good.
He's had his Wheaties.
Exactly. I know. What's like? We'll have to ignore like the sidebar chat that's about to erupt between Darth Drifter and 6x6. But hey, and
Good
Jen's
morning,
here.
Jen.
Oh, I'll just adjust my seat there. But yeah, well, thank you all so much for joining this morning. That again, we want these calls that we have now for the morning to be super productive. That for us, we could
Energize you.
yeah, we could absolutely use a little bit of extra, just kick to, handle a few things that even if we already had a plan and we already stick to it, just having the motivation of group accountability definitely for us gives us an extra little edge as we're going through the day. So 6x6, I'm just packing and picking, packing on going and picking flights.
That's pretty. That's pretty
Yeah.
good. And
Oh
Jen's doing
man.
her shipping. So
Just
I haven't
shipping.
started my shipping yet.
Yeah.
Most of the time when I'm doing my coffee, I will be writing my thank you cards, and then I'm talking myself into getting my packages done.
Yeah, the writing of the cards is Rose warm up to getting the packages done. Today, we're actually pretty light for packages. We only have 4. One of them's left over from yesterday. So for us, it's a really light day. And I know too, while we're going to talk goals today, another hot topic that is on the scene that actually Ro hasn't had a chance to watch the video yet. I watched it very late yesterday because we're trying to get prepared for this today. But it was rough seeing Hayfro yesterday, just feeling so down about the whole eBay situation. So, it's nice that he, did the right thing probably for his mental health and reached out for just some additional community support in regards to like, hey, I'm going to take this fight on, but I don't want to take it on alone. And so, we'll be talking about it together, just figuring out, what our ability to support would mean, especially too, we're so new on the scene. We don't want to come in and be like, hey, we have a strong opinion about this. And it's like, but do we have enough time to really form a strong opinion?
So let's
But
talk goals. What is everyone going to do today?
yeah,
I know. So I will say what some of my goals are this morning or today in general. So one thing that we've been working on for about the last 2 weeks is we're doing I just want to say the word, a major overhaul, but like,
that word now has crept into every sentence.
That's really the reason why we just use that word a lot. But we're doing a major overhaul with the infrastructure of how we have almost literally everything set up, and we've been working on it. So this week my goal is, it's a lot, like when you're really trying to restructure everything. Well, my goal is that this is the final week that we're finishing it. Like, it will be done this week. So it's a lot, but we made good progress yesterday. So
yeah. So of course you can't really see it on the screen, but this room that we're in right now, it's different where we have been filming our other lives. That's effectively the living room. The space we're in right now, this is the one where we primarily do the bulk of our work. And so just a few days ago, we had everything kind of pulled off the shelves, everything set for reorganization, and we might share a video of what it looks like with all the after effects and everything. But we are definitely reorganizing the room back here. We realize that there's a lot of opportunity to make the area for shipping and the area for listing a lot more efficient. So we're really working on that.
Yeah.
All right, so let's see what others' goals are. So 6x6, lunch with the grandmother. Oh, yeah, you know what? Take that time. All of my grandparents have passed, and half of Rose, and so definitely we appreciate taking family time.
That's really cool. We hope you have an awesome day with that.
Yeah.
That's gonna be really cool. Tell her that we all said hello.
Yeah, tell Mima that, like, 20 people said hello, or 12. But yeah, tell them we all said hello. And then Mike Seller cleaned out a closet and going to start listing more junk. LOL.
That's actually kind of what I was
Get it.
working on yesterday too, reorganizing, because we do have 2 large closets that we use for storage and everything. I was reorganizing all of them, so I feel you on that.
Yeah.
Good job.
We definitely, over the past couple of weeks, can relate to a lot of closet reorganization. And what we've started to do now, like for our closets, just to share, again, what we share what's going on with us, with you, as much as we can. So we had a big closet that kept filling up with stuff, and then it's just like this whole blob of everything. So what we did is we actually just got a bunch of bankers boxes that happened to fit on the shelves like just right.
I love bankers boxes. I use them for everything.
Yeah. And so what we've done then is we've categorized everything. And so now if it can't fit in a banker's box, we see if possible we can replace something that's in the banker's box, or we just see if there's an opportunity for us to replace as opposed to just pile on and add. So hopefully something along those lines is a good fit for you. But again, you know your closet organization structure. But all right, so Darth Thrifter, I had a great video launch on YouTube, which filled the void of slow
Good
sales.
job. High five.
Yeah, awesome, Darth Thrifter. And actually, it's really encouraging to hear. I'm sure pretty much anybody that's here is also sub to Darth Thrifter. But if you haven't, please check out his channel. A really great guy. He's been certainly supportive of us as we're just getting going on this whole journey. And we're on our little mini quest to get Darth Thrifter past 1,000 subscribers. So that would be really cool if we can end up making that happen for him. But you're on your way, Darth. You're going to do it without us, but hopefully with a little joy, we can also be a part of the ride there. Let's see here. Trying to list daily a few from a death pile. Want to get rid? Yeah. Darth, we're in the same boat.
We're in the same boat.
Yeah, we've got 2 big death piles we're trying to chip away at right now.
Especially because of the last 2 weeks with the whole our listings have definitely gone down, and we that was a decision that we made because we really are trying to overhaul everything so that we can really start producing more listings later. So we're in the same boat with you, and we're going to try to get our listings up today too.
Yeah, and it's funny that so Mike Seller, I'll try to pin that comment as well. But Mike Seller, I appreciate what you're saying too, that Josh Galt had submitted a post the other day where he talked about the depreciation of the value of his items. I hope we get additional follow-up on that, where we get more information about what that means. Like, is that just currently what he sees it can go for, or is that true depreciation?
Like final value.
Yeah, or is it something where things are really starting to deteriorate in their value? Because that'd be an interesting thing to see. But I mean, either way, I think across the board, all of us would agree that whether or not the item has a value we're aware of, we're seeing that it's selling for significantly less. So we've seen that on Disgruntled Octopus and a few others that they've mentioned, that they're seeing that their items are selling for like 25% less.
Jen, I love your comment. I'm going to start calling that a profit pile.
A profit pile.
That's lovely.
Because we've heard it as squirrel pile, which is also, that's not bad.
It's kind of accurate.
It's a little bit more positive. Like, it's probably like death pile is the worst, squirrel pile's in the middle, but profit pile.
Profit pile. And I feel like I'm surrounded by money now.
Yeah, exactly. So exactly. So for all of us, we just got a lot richer. All right, just in case you're wondering, we're surrounded by profit piles. But that's really cool. We see, this is why we love this kind of thing, so that we could even just gain new perspective and get kind of a little bit refreshment, and just the mentality of switching it from a death pile to a profit pile. That's such a much more productive way of thinking about it. That's awesome.
Yeah, Darth Thrifter's right. He says working from a death pile can cause a lack of motivation. That is absolutely true.
Yeah.
But if you were working on your profit pile.
Yeah, profit pile.
That's some good motivation. Thanks, Jen. You just gave us our morning motivation.
That's right. Yeah, you're getting us all fired up now. All right.
Spam likes the squirrel pile.
The squirrel pile. Yeah. Pick your flavor there. But
and it is kind of true, because you're working on your pile and then you're like squirrel, and it just stays there.
That's true. Yeah, it's especially a squirrel pile on your ADD days. ADD days. ADHD. That both, like, I'm ADD and ADHD. It depends. Like, are you the hyper version or not? Let's see here.
Seeing a bunch of inventory actually motivates me.
Yeah.
That is a good point. I love your spirit.
Yeah, and so
Awesome.
we'll have to see what people want too. That if you ever want us to share like interesting items that we've had come up too, we're always happy to do that. But some people don't like haul videos though, where you see what somebody pulled in. Some like select items, and we're just kind of getting a feel for what would be fun and interesting for everybody.
Yeah,
We're not particular ourselves.
Darth's comment is true too.
An
Uh,
unpile.
um, Oh, yeah, but Darth's comment before that, I also noticed when I list something from a pile that it sells, I'm like, "Why didn't I list that earlier?" And that is so true.
Yeah.
We've done that almost every week. We do that when we're like, "This is never gonna sell," and then I'm like, "Whatever, I'll just list it." And then that's the first thing that sells. I'm like, "Yeah, that's crazy."
Yeah, it's a good reminder to not lose faith in your items that you've already
Just
picked.
because you've been staring at it for a while doesn't mean that nobody else is like, "Oh, I've seen that, done that."
Yeah, that
Yeah.
you've already picked so that you could be, so that you could sell it. So let's see here. Yeah, it sells.
I like the Death Star.
Let's see.
I thought his latest comment in theme of his YouTube, he likes to think of his death pile like the Death
The
Star.
Death Star. Yeah, this is your Death Star. Well, if you're Darth Thrifter, you don't want to blow up your own Death Star. So we'll have to work out the logistics of
But
that. But we like the
yeah,
Star
but
Wars
he's
theme.
working on his Death Star.
Yeah, yeah.
He's
We like
building
we
his
like where
Death
your head's
Star.
at with it. Is that fair?
That
I
is
guess
awesome.
that's great.
Yeah.
But yeah,
And so then would you guys also, so because we're kind of thinking like if we get together in the morning, kind of all dump in our goals, the things that we want to accomplish this day, should
in the
we
morning frame.
oh, I know you're pushing me out of the frame. Should we
All right, you
do
ready?
like at around 5:30 our time, which would be like 8:30, which is a little late, but
PM.
correct. Yeah,
Yeah.
5:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I was going to say specific, but no, Pacific Standard Time. And then on the East Coast, it would be about 8 p.m. Would we want to do the winning wrap up of like our wins for the day, or is that like not something you guys would be interested in?
So we've got a couple options. Actually, feel free to let us know in the chat afterward. You give yourself time to think about it. But we were thinking either we could do a wrap up in what is kind of our late afternoon, evening, 5:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, which would be 8:30 Eastern, doing a wrap up of the day and visiting back, or we could just do it the following day when we all meet together. But whatever works best for everybody, we're pretty flexible on it. It's just something to where we can actually have follow through, and it gives us motivation to actually have done it by the time we get back together and discuss. Now, granted, there's no shaming here if something comes up and you just don't get it done. It's just for the accountability as you see fit. But
Yeah, I
don't
don't get
worry.
things done all the time.
Yeah, nobody's gonna
It just goes on my list. For the next
bring
day.
a hammer down on you if you don't happen to get a set goal done. All
Yeah,
right, let's
let's
see
try and see if
here.
it works. The thing that I was thinking about it, which is why I was thinking that it was good, is because a lot of times I will do like, okay, these are all the things I want to accomplish. And then if I only accomplish half, I'm down on myself because I only accomplished the half. But when you revisit and you're like, okay, but what did I do? I actually did all of these things. And then you kind of start thinking of things like you didn't even have on your list that were in my in my situation, a major win. I'm like, that's right. I didn't even think about that. But yeah, that's a win that I'm going to add to my list. So that's why I was thinking it might be motivational because it will help us focus on what did you do today that you're proud of. So
Well, I like that spirit. Let's try
yeah,
whatever
we'll
and see
try
how
it.
it works,
Yeah.
and it can be adjusted. Now, I missed the comment a little ways back there. So Mike Seller had a question for vinyl sellers.
I know. And we're not vinyl sellers.
Yeah, we've
So
sold it a couple times. What I did, again, not a vinyl seller, so big caveat there. I might even like put a big like sign above this later in post and just be like, all right, so
I
not
think we've sold 3 in our entire history.
yeah. And so the one we sold 2 that were new and then 1 that was used. And so in our case, we discounted it about 30%, and that seemed to be pleasing to the buyer. But maybe it was too pleasing. Maybe that's not the way to go about it. But I'm not sure if there's any other
Yeah, anybody that
vinyl
sells
sellers here.
vinyls.
This is a great question too that Mike Seller, next time you're with Primo Chemo's group, because they got such a great range of individuals there to hit them up and see what their experience would be.
Yeah, because I mean, obviously the vinyls still have that value, but yeah.
And speaking of which, we have not given them their proper time too. That if you haven't already, if we possibly got you through another means that you
Which is
showed up
unlikely,
with us
but
on our channel. Yeah. Again, first of all, welcome. We love having you here. But second of all, if you are unfamiliar with Primo Chemo, Primo space KIMO, please check out their channel. They are the most fun, and
and
they're
spam
they're the
banshee.
ones that got us started. Yeah,
Yeah.
really, that they helped us get the motivation to give this a try. So thank you very much, Primo and Spam. We sure do love and appreciate you both.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. And another thing too, really quick that I wanted to share is, and we found Primo Chemo and Spam because of James, the Great Reseller Life.
That is also true.
And and I feel bad because we recorded a video where we thanked him for the fact that he helped us find these others that we love and appreciate. And then the audio got totally corrupted on it.
I
And it
never
was
saw
one of
who
our
found
it was
it.
one of our like very recent videos
Yeah.
we tried to thank him. And so we for that too, we want to make sure that he gets a lot of proper credit because we found him while we were watching Tech and Sports and Daily Refinement. And YouTube was like, hey, check out this guy. You're gonna like him too. And so, it's funny how you've kind of follow a chain as everything progresses. And we
Mhm.
found so many through James Great Reseller Life, Primo Chemo, and also to like Josh Galt,
Yeah.
definitely. And so, yeah, just again, thanks to the community.
It's just being part of the community that it's really a fun community, and you guys are all so sweet and so inviting.
Yeah.
And so when we were talking about, because literally we were like, we have nothing to really contribute. We're learning from all of you guys, but then you guys were all so sweet, and they're like, oh, we want to see you guys, and we're like, hey, why not?
Let's
It'll
just
be
track the
fun.
journey.
Yeah.
And it's been really nice. We have been enjoying all of this. It's been so wonderful.
Mhm.
Nothing beats networking. Yeah, I mean, when too, every new door that's been opened to us as we go through this is like a whole new world of understanding, and it's been really valuable. All right, so here I watched this Ground Octopus, and yeah, and it was refreshing, good info. Yeah, no, that's so nice too. It's really fascinating. We've been enjoying watching a lot of the Australia sellers. Especially too, like when you look at the dynamics of how things are a little bit different with their postage. And also, especially too, I'm fascinated by their sourcing because it's such a much more specific
Mhm.
sourcing type, and that's why too, we watch also Mel, back from Burnout, and it was fascinating that she came out and she was doing, some listing and sourcing with some in the United States, and she was recommending items that when they were comping it for United States sales and everything, they're like, "Well, it's not really gonna turn out as I expect, like, with some books and things." But
Right.
for her, she's like, "This would
This
kill it
is
out
great.
in
Yeah.
Australia." And so it's kind of fascinating, like how there's so many similarities, but then
Mhm.
also there's some pretty big separation in regard to like sourcing and operation and all of
And if
that.
we ever are able to orchestrate like the 24-hour listing party,
Mhm.
a lot of the Australian community will be very interested in some of our later hours, but it would be still really fun if,
Yeah,
yeah, if they could enjoy that with us.
yeah, that would be really fun. So we've got an idea that's just starting to brew, but we had a thought
It's
in
in the
case
works of
in
planning.
case anyone hadn't heard it when we were on with Primo Chemo yesterday. But one thing that we're considering doing is seeing if we could find 24 channels, like just especially if we could find those that are really spread out, like Australia, United Kingdom, or other areas outside the U.S., so that it doesn't cause somebody to have to be up at like 1 a.m. unless they want to be, but
Although that
where
was his original suggestion for us.
yeah,
He's like,
exactly.
let's
Yeah,
24/7,
just
and
like a
like
24/7, like which I mean, we would probably
we're,
be up for most of it at
we're
least to
still
try to.
considering it, but
Hey, good morning, Kelly Debs. We're so glad you made it.
good morning.
And so, oh, Mike Seller said, "Where's the puppy?" She's actually here, but before we're sitting on the floor so that you get a good angle of the fire.
Oh,
And
she's on her pillow over
and
there.
here, yeah, when it's early mornings, she's like, "Peace out, everybody." Our dog is like,
She gets up with him
she
every
gets her
morning though,
sleep.
no matter what time he wakes up. If he wakes up at 5, she will be up with him. I wake up at 5, she's like, goodbye, have fun.
Yeah. So it is funny though that she's like, "Yeah, okay, what are we doing?" And then, like 2 minutes later, she's like, "I'm back asleep. I'm
But
done."
yeah, she's on her pillow.
Let's see here. Yeah. Oh,
Okay,
good. Yeah.
good.
See, Primo
Thank
Chemo.
you.
I
Thank you for answering that.
I secretly was hoping that Primo Chemo was going to jump in on that and provide some feedback. So thank you very much, Primo, for doing that.
Yeah, because that's not exactly something we're familiar with.
Yeah. So, but yeah, we would love though if we just had like one huge day where we did a bunch of listings, and it'd be fun. I mean, that would be an event. That would be pretty noteworthy if across 24 different channels we were able to say, "Hey, we're a part of a 24 channel, 24-hour, like round the clock listing thing," so that for all of us too, if we wanted to just create a ton of listings, have a lot of support, and then we could even schedule those listings and just have a super productive
You could
day.
have 2 weeks worth of listings like ready.
Yeah,
That'd be pretty fun.
yeah. I
That's
mean,
I'm like, well, that's what I've thought
at
about.
least in an ideal situation, we'd probably get like 4 hours and be like, "Okay, I'm down. I
No,
can't do
if
it."
I were to do it, I would commit, and I would have a plan as to how to stay active at 2 a.m. and 3 a.m.
Yeah, no, exactly. It's like, yeah, if we planned well for it, like
Mhm.
we wouldn't do that on the fly, and probably like to Primo Chemo's point, if you saw his channel the other day, it's probably a one-time thing.
It would be a one-time thing, but it would be pretty
I'll
cool.
have a lot more gray in my beard by the time we're done, but it would be a lot of fun. All right, and Primo is providing some helpful information there, so I'm glad Primo and Mike you're able to have that discussion there. And Callie Debs, how are you doing this morning? We haven't had a chance to hear what your goals are for today. If you're still with us, you might already be off to listing and
Yeah, getting those listings done. But yeah, so getting our packages out, getting our listings done, and then just having a beautiful, lovely day. Hopefully, everybody gets a little bit of time to go outside too, because
yeah,
one of my other goals is to, I'm not going to say the W word, but to
for the
take,
sake of our dog.
the pup on a nice WALK and get some fresh air instead of staying inside. all
To our
day.
thrifter, you could just well, you'd have to dual screen it then so that we have it.
Jen, I'm with you on that. Shipping and listing 10 items. Good job. You
Let's
get
do
the
it.
double high fives.
Yeah. All right. Good. Did you get 25 drafts in the
Good.
queue? Get it,
Yes.
spam banshee. Wow.
Awesome.
Let's see. It will be one today also. Nice.
That Hey, that gets you outside, and that is exercise. You are walking around. Well, unless you're in one of those sitting ones, in which case then I'm jealous because I really want one of those.
Well, either way, it's exercise in those things, man. Like
That's true.
it's surprising
They
how
are
much.
little beasts.
But yeah, well, 6x6, that's nice too. I mean, mowing the lawn, that's so cool.
We don't have a lawn to mow, but it's
That's true.
we have a garden, so there's that.
In California, they're turning everything into
Yeah,
either the prefab lawn where it's all plastic, or they're just turning everything to concrete.
just turning everything into concrete.
Yeah, exactly. Just converting lawns into concrete, or
Well, they do a lot of the sand and the
yeah,
it's like Arizona
what is
now.
it? The water drought resistant.
Drought
That's what I'm
resistant.
thinking.
Yeah, everyone always says water resistant plants.
Life's a garden, dig it. A ton of rain
That's a
lately.
good phrase. I like that.
At 6x6,
Life's a
that's
garden,
super
dig
cool.
it. Oh, I love it.
Yeah, we've got like a little
You could also say
like
like
garden
even
shop near us that we
dig
love.
in. Life's a garden, dig in. I
Dig
like
in, dig in, dig it.
it.
Yeah, well, and then my name is the like
Dig in
past
there.
tense version, like you could dug it. Let's see here.
Perfect.
And then
yeah.
Primo Kim was
That's
continuing
really-
that discussion.
Oh,
That's Joe Dirt.
Really?
Already 6x6. If you're talking about David Spade humor, then it's like you're opening up like a certain category that not everybody dives into, but it is friendly here.
I like David Spade.
Yeah, I know. So it's friendly here.
It's awesome.
But yeah. All right. Well, we're coming up on a half an hour, everybody. And again, we want these to be super brief just to help you get motivated, get
Just
started.
that inspo to get it going, and I
Yep.
got to get my packages going. But we will be back at 5:30. So if anyone wants to join us for the winning wind down, we will be back at 5:30. We won't have wine, but we'll probably have tea.
Yeah.
So
Something to
yeah,
kinda
if
help
you'd
us
like
chill.
to join us and then let us know what you accomplished today, and just celebrate the little wins that you've done. Okay,
Yeah.
later, Gator.
Later, Gators. I love Spam Banshee. That and your aloha are such great goodbyes there.
Aloha. Yeah, you do that way better than I do.
All right. You literally made a Farley video. I thought this was a safe space. It absolutely is. Yeah. And again, too, like Tommy Boy Black Sheep. Come on. Like, there's so much fun. All right. And see here. Reach out to you in the next live. Yeah. And so, hey, already we're making connections. That is so much fun, everybody. But aloha. But we're not gonna take Spam Banshee Primo Kima's thing. Whoa, everybody. We're like hands up over here. No. But
it is fun, and it's the best way to say hello and goodbye.
yeah, and that's they've gotten us super motivated with that. Like, that's so encouraging.
Mhm.
But 6. All right. Appreciate y'all so much. Have a great one. We'll talk to you
Have a
soon.
great day.
Bye, everybody.
See ya.